Hi guys, and welcome to your weeklies, or rather to say bi-weeklies for the period of May the 1st to May 15th. I decided to try to do something different this time around, which is a little bit more encompassing spread, given with how many energies were like in the past, with everybody trying to clear something. It was lots of third-party situations. Overall energy was like really low, so I'm trying to really get us collectively out of it. We're trying to see much higher picture, and of course, being ambitious, I took this spread which is called Golden Dawn spread. It's probably the most complex spread in tarot. It kind of has the groups of 3, and each 3s are differently explained. And regular tarot, every card has a weight, and it's kind of how it relates to surroundings. So without going into the details, it is really difficult. But sure enough, I did get to see a different perspective, because I just finished basically reading for all the signs, and we all have one thing in common. We are putting an end to something and starting something new. So it's a spring cleaning our lives. It's lovely. Some of us are going to struggle through it. Some of us are going to have Tower card through it. Most of us are just going to say, okay, enough is enough. I really want to start something new. And this Taurus energy is really wonderful. By the way, happy birthday, Taurus. And it's going to get us really forward to where we want to be. And it's nice grounding energy. It's going to help to kind of plant the new seeds. I love it. So it's very short, and even this introduction is very short, so don't fret. And at the end, I'm going to pull an oracle card, and kind of like we can see even that love direction as well. And spread can actually talk about the other things as well other than love, but mostly, of course, you know that I focus on love. Also, in a few days, I'll be releasing X spread in about a week from now, so that way you can check that out as well. For those of you who are still having on and off relationships, or you are wondering like what is happening with your ex, trying to reach the closure, or trying to see if you should pursue it, etc., right? And that X spread is on a special still for the next 2 weeks, so it is $45. It has been its regular price is $60, so please book it while it's still on 45 specials. So you can just check on my website www.cattarot.ca, or you can check it down in the description, and you'll get all my information. Contact me via Facebook or via website or via email. Also, please subscribe, share, and like, so that way when you're a subscriber, you always get in your like mailbox something has been released and published, so you're always the first one. Also, the contest that I had for joining the Facebook and being entered automatically in the draw is going to end on the 30th, when I'm going to make a draw. I have decided, instead of one person, that I'm going to give 3 20-minute basically readings. So there is still time, because this is going to be released a couple of days before the 1st, so if you want to just jump in. However, I'm starting a new contest on the 1st. It's going to run probably the entire month, and it's going to be for every comment, for every like, for every share. It's going to count as one basically entry, so it's going to be for the next 20-minute basically reading. So jump on board, interact. On Facebook, I'm just having a different approach. I kind of like put stuff that is related to tarot and to cats, and sort of like it will be really nice that we kind of as a community kind of learn from each other. So there you go. Join Facebook, like it, follow it, share it, comment it, and automatically you are being entered in a draw for a possible free reading. Thanks very much. Love you. Hi Cancer, and welcome to your bi-weeklies. So let's see what basically we have in the store. It's kind of really interesting that you have very strong energies. I have to say, you have lots of major arcanas. Many things will be happening in this period that might you might not have control over it. You will be able to adapt to, but it's kind of really interesting. And I think it's something in the air about clearance of the issues and starting anew. And you have that in your chart as well. it is kind of very interesting that right now sort of like core of the issue is like you feel maybe a little bit boxed in. You maybe feel that, you know, you have to get out of the rut, but like you got there, some of you got there because you have been intensely hurt, you have been backstabbed, you have been kind of like really put to the state where it was really, really hard for you to get up, and it kind of forced you into kind of rebuilding. It forced you into something, starting something else. And One of Pentacles, it's definitely building something new. So going from 10 to 1, it's a good sign. It's just like moving ahead. But to some extent, you're still feeling a little bit in the dark. You still feel that you're not solidly standing on the two of your feet. And are very careful about moving forward, right? So I see here there were some energies about things from the past involving love decision, and this could be even marriage, because it talks about the finances and resources and self-protection, and figuring out like really not to lose anything unnecessarily. And this could be a bad judgment. This could be you know, it really doesn't matter. It just matters that this is really important to you, and it's kind of overwhelming feeling. It's very strong with two major arcanas, two very strong major arcanas. It's also thinking about karma and how are your relationships affected with karma as well, because you also have on this trajectory, you have pentacles, and this is all talking like in pentacles, 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 pentacles. So 5 of them here telling me, you know, you're trying to ground yourself. It is really important for you, because here is like, you know, you're in your thoughts, you're wondering what things can go wrong because they did go wrong in the past. It's sort of like healing energy, and you're trying to kind of like function on day-to-day things, but there's still, for some of you, there's really a relationship here that came to a decision time. And I think the decision time was not necessarily good decision, because I see here the Hierophant and the Moon, and it talks about, and it's 3 of Pentacles, which means that in your relationship or marriage there were some kind of secrets and lies, or that you're just going to find something out, or you know that this is something that you already have been facing some decision regarding it, and now it's going to get in the phases where you're going to get really disappointed. So this is your energy, Cancer. Of the Moon, it's like water energy, so it is kind of interesting, but this energy is not your energy. It's kind of air energy, where it's kind of like self-torment in your thoughts, but it can also turn into very spiritual experience, because you are in so much pain right now, really. Like you really feel like you lost one of your lives, and literally you cannot think of anything else but trying to get better and trying to build something. And it's really, really good that some of you are finding this really new ground that is like so important and trying to rebuild. And this is like, I know how hard it is, like when you basically you put Cancer in and push them in their soft spot. It can take much longer to recover. So now, like, I mean, these 2 trajectories that we have possibility in these 2 weeks is this, that is going to be that some kind of like understanding or finding out about this marriage. You see like 3 and 3 over here. It's kind of really interesting, and it's definitely happening during this Taurus energy transit, right? And it is really interesting. Want to see how you will deal with these secrets, because you might actually just find out that it was an extra person in your relationship. On the other hand, you might meet somebody who can look very traditional, who can look all put together, but is going to be having a whole bunch of things that you will not be able to understand. And then you will realize actually it's more than is going on, and sort of like that your fear, like not everything is like what seems to be, is going to come and become valid, right? So second trajectory, which can be almost like one after another, or it can be completely separate, and this is where you can affect your karma, right? It's talking about choosing to do nothing, right? And choosing to basically just basically study things. And it's kind of like, even though you're choosing to go nowhere, it's kind of like you're going out of your own element and trying to go with pretending passionate energy. Or really, you see, this is really good, and it's, I would say it's pretending that everything is okay where it is not okay. Because look, everything is upside down and you are just carrying it on as if, you know, nothing happened, this relationship is working, everything is rosy on the outside. So yeah, it's maybe you're in so much pain that you cannot comprehend it, because these energies are certainly different. And King of Wands can indicate somebody who is very charismatic, that you are very attracted, you really want to, you see the future with this person, you really want to go there, but you're just refusing to see, or you're going to be starting to see certain elements that are very unsavory, that wouldn't be a good fit for you, that you really wouldn't want to go in that direction. And I think that's going to happen. That's why there's this big decision. You see, on some level you get it, like deep inside of your core you feel it, but on the outside you are just like trying to put completely different face. So your karma, Cancer, is quite interesting. Again, look at this. I'm leaving this for the last. You have like one and you have two twos. So again, you want to charge ahead in that passion. There is like passion for someone that I see, but at the same time you're wondering if you should cross this kind of like, I mean, tightrope, blindfolded. So obviously you don't have all this information. And look at this moon, and then you have a moon there, right? There are certain secrets in all of that. Not everything is decided. Not everything is as it appears. So this is just saying it's just the beginning phase of something. And yes, you're finishing something, you're starting something else, but you're still not in a position where you're really charging ahead. Like the only thing that really, like things that I really like is like that you are getting to understanding what works, what doesn't work. You're getting to understanding that if certain secrets come to the surface, that you'll be dealing with them and you'll be charging ahead. But to some level, some of you are just going to turn the blind eye and just they will continue pretending that nothing is going on, right? So it is up to you, because karma is telling you to really think through it, to charge ahead if you want to, but also to kind of like think through it. So it is kind of like really interesting for you how this is going to play out, because you have, let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 major arcanas, and then you have 2 aces and 1 10, which kind of like is, they're the gateways to the minor arcanas. So this period for you is going to be, I would say, a little bit unnerving, because it's not going to be something that you can control. You'll just have to adapt to it. You'll have to figure out, if you get into the position of inaction, to kind of understand that, you know, you have to protect yourself. And this is the core issue here. You need help, and I think you should ask friends to help you, because this is that energy. This is the energy about kind of like look outside for indecision. That's the only way out that I see, or going to clergy and trying to kind of have this conversation there about it. That's what I see, because you have the ingredients of passion, you have the ingredients of, you know, I am moving forward, you have even ingredients, I want to rework on something that happens on the past, and some of you might, but you just have to make sure, and this is the only thing that I'm concerned about, if this is what you want. Because you see, here is like, yeah, showing the passion and showing a couple, but here is like walking away on a tightrope. So why is this? So do you really have to go blindfolded in a relationship? You know, they say love is blind, but, and justice is blind, but the truth is, you know, you should go into that with open eyes. Okay, so let me see the love oracle for Cancer. Here we go. Yeah, unrequited love. So I don't agree with this text. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I wonder if this is what it is. You are just, you are maybe the one holding secrets. Maybe you are just trying to continue on some kind of relationships, thinking that you're going through the phase and walking this tightrope while holding everything in bay. Maybe something came to an end. Maybe it was the end of the relationship, end of the cause, and it has to be revisited. Because you certainly have endings and new beginnings over here. Let me just pull one more card for you. One more card. Here we go. There you go. Didn't I not tell you this? That's what I've seen from the cards. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Yeah, I really think that this is the best path of action, because they will understand, like, I mean, duality of opinions that you have, and they will understand how much are you hurting and where you're coming from, and be able to basically tell you, even by listening to you, it's very important for you, Cancer, to kind of like put it out, so that way you can verbalize it. By verbalizing, like, we are sorting out our thoughts, so it's very important. So Cancer, I hope this is going to give you some direction for next 2 weeks. If you're interested in your exes, like, in a few days I'm releasing that series as well, so check it out. And if you want a private reading with me, contact me via my website, www.cattarot.ca, and the other contact information is below in the description box. Thanks. Love you.